Hello everyone. Welcome to the live chat. Welcome to the live session. I'm so excited that you are here, and I'm here to try and help you to get the best of your trades today. So hopefully you are going to be following up with me, and in today's session I'm going to give you what I think about the market and what I think the market is gonna do in the next in the next 24 hours, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to jump on to our trading platforms, and then I'm going to try and give you what I think is going to happen in today's session, right? So if I'm live to you right now, if you can see the screen, and if you can see me, and if you are hearing what I'm saying clearly, just let me know in the chats, and I will help you to and make sure that you get and I will make sure that I will give you the best content before. I will make sure that everyone is clearly listening before we get started. We are going to be getting started in about 5 minutes from now. So guys, I'm waiting for your questions, and I'm hoping that you can clearly. Okay, guys, welcome to the live stream, and we are going to get started in about 3 minutes from now. So I was making sure that everything is working well, because I think we have a little bit of a problem with our network, but I will make sure that we are going to get the best out of this stream, right? So I will start off by analyzing the synthetic indices. Then after that, I'll go ahead and start analyzing the forex market, right? So starting off with the synthetic indices and going into the forex market. So I will give you 4 signals or 4 setups in synthetic indices, and I'll give you another 3 setups in forex, in the forex market, right? So let me just make sure that this is loading correctly, and also this one, right? Holy fuck. Okay, guys, so let's get started. First of all, this is exactly 10 a.m. And today is the 24th of August 2023. And today I want to give you the setups that I think are going to be the best setups for you to trade in today's market. All right. Now, I will just try to make this code. What can we call it? The breakfast show? Tell me in the comments, what can we call it? Can we call it the breakfast club or the daily show? Because I'm planning to be doing something like this almost each and every day, so that at the end of the month we can have we can manage to have some setups that we can look back and see what have been happening, right? So what I want to do here first is I want to show you the page that I use to analyze synthetic indices, right? So for me personally, I now prefer to use TradingView for my analysis, and then I use my cell phone right here. That's what I'm using as a camera, my cell phone, to make sure to place my trades. So what I will do is I will give you all the setups, and then after that I will go and place my own trades, right? So for analysis, I personally use this what is called I'll personally use what is called TradingView implementation for 𝗵𝗶𝘁𝗶𝗀, right? So this is a page that helps you to analyze the market using TradingView. So if you want to get into this, you are going to just type in tradingview.𝗵𝗶𝗀.com, or just Google TradingView and then 𝗵𝗶𝘁. You're going to see the second link. So the first one is a 𝗵𝗶 advert, and the second one is the page that you are going to be using. Now, the first market that you are going to be looking at is the volatility 25 index, right? So hopefully this is going to help you. This is the first signal, and if you have somewhere to write, you can take some notes, and we are going to start off by the volatility 25 index, right? So I see a lot of people coming in, and I hope that you are enjoying as much as possible. So I hope that you are enjoying this this stream, and I hope that the network is not that bad, because on my side sometimes I get some network breakdowns, but I hope that this stream is really going well, right? So this thing is taking too long to load. I don't know why, but I'll try to get something right here, right? So let's try again here. So I don't know what is really wrong with this, but I was running this smoothly before we got started here, but as soon as I launched the live stream, I saw a drop in my network connection. So we'll just have some patience and see what we can do. Let's do this. or let me use MetaTrader, right? Because TradingView is taking too long to load. Let me use MetaTrader, which I think is the easiest, right? So let me launch MetaTrader here. And by the way, guys, I was saying, if you are new to the channel, I was saying in today's live session, I'm going to be breaking down the market, what I think is going to be happening in the next 24 hours. And before I get started, I want to let you know that please, what I'm showing you right now is not financial advice, right? I'm not saying go and risk your hard-earned money in this. I'm just giving you as my opinion. So in other words, I'm saying everything that I'm going to show you today is going to be only for educational and entertainment purposes only. I'm by no means a financial advisor. I'm by no means a professional or a registered financial advisor, right? So I will just give you my analysis based on what I think is going to happen in the market, right? So now I think we are good to go. So I will start off, right? So I wanted to start with the VIX 75. But let me do this, okay? So that's a little bit of lack of planning on my side. But anyway, guys, this is the first time doing this live stream. So I hope that you are going to understand. So let's start off with the first setup that I'm going to give you. The first setup is going to be on USD/JPY, right? USD/JPY is United States dollar versus the Japanese yen. And the first thing that I want to do when looking into the market is looking at the long-term trend. And as you can see right here, this market is moving to the upside just like this, right? And it's pushing to the upside, and we reached a zone where we see a double top pattern, right? And I'm on the 1 hour time frame. If you may ask, I'm on the 1 hour time frame. So here you can see that this market is moving to the upside, right? Moving to the upside for a long term. But now we have reached a zone where the market have failed to break, right? So let me delete this and let me zoom in right here. You're going to see that this market was making a series of higher highs and lower highs, and we reached a point which is at this zone right here and this zone right here, which is top number 1, top number 2, and we dropped here. So this was our neckline, right? So this was our neckline, right? And our neckline was broken with a big spike candle going to the downside, and now these candles are now coming back into our neckline again. So what I'm thinking here is we are going to be looking for a sell trade. But what is the best point for us to look for a sell trade right here, right? So I will look for a sell trade right around this zone right here. So firstly, we were supposed to get a break and retest here, but we didn't get it. So what is the next point? Where is the next point where the market might reverse? I'm guessing that it's gonna be this zone here, and I will make it a little bit bigger. Why this zone? Because if you look back into the market, you can see that the market have been respecting this zone for a very long period of time. You can see here the market pushing up and dropping from that zone. So what I'm thinking here is that the market needs to come back into this zone and do some kind of a test right here, right? Just come into this zone here, do some kind of a test or any candlestick pattern that shows you a potential reversal. And after we see that, we are going to likely see the market dropping back to either this zone, or else if we want to zoom out, we might get the market coming into this zone right here and into this zone right here. So these are the two zones where I think the market is likely to go after reacting on this zone, right? So remember, this is a bigger zone, and you might start even looking for the reversal candle, right? And you want to sell right here. So you want to sell at this point on this green zone here. Once we see a red candle here, so from now on the USD/JPY, once we see a red candle here, that might push prices to the downside, I'm going to be selling, and I might put two positions here. So if my first position, if I wanted to risk 3% of my account, I can put 1.5% on this first trade, or 2% on this first trade here, and then I will put another 1% on another trade that I will place at the same time, but I will look to exit this one on the next level of structure, right? So USD/JPY, we are looking for a reversal to go to the downside. So it's gonna be looking like this. It's gonna be looking something like this. It's gonna be looking something like this, right? So this is what we are looking for. So right now, the reason why we are not placing the trade right now is that we have just created a bullish engulfing candle here, but we are waiting for this zone to give us any sign of reversal. Potentially we are going to see a drop, we are going to see a big red candle. So this red candle, if it closes maybe halfway through this, or if we see another indecision candle, and we are going to be placing our trades. So this is the first one, which is USD/JPY, right? So USD/JPY, our trade will likely be a sell trade, right? So this is the first setup. The second setup is the United States dollar versus the Australian dollar, right? So I'm just gonna come here, and by the way, you can see I have $5 in this small account. What I want to do with this $5, I will tell you in the next video. There is a strategy that I just found out that I want to see how to get started with it. So what I want to do is I want to try to grow this $5 account to any amount that I might be using that strategy, because from where I got it, the person that I got it from was claiming that this strategy can grow any account, right? So the next so the next setup that we are going to get is going to be the Australian dollar versus the United States dollar, right? So the Australian dollar versus the United States dollar, I'm just gonna drop it right here, and I will put a full screen here so that you can see. Right, so if you look at this chart right here, this is the 1 hour time frame, right? So the reason why I chose the 1 hour time frame is because I know that for most people, so I want to make sure that these setups can be closed today or at most tomorrow, and also for the whole of today, you can come back to this live stream and see what the market is doing, and you can still trade potentially after this live session, right? So the first thing that I do is look at the long-term trend, just as usual. You can see that this market have been moving down for a long period of time, right? This market have been moving down for a long period of time, right? So if I go to the higher time frame, let's say the daily time frame, you can also see that we have been moving in a very strong downtrend right here. So we are likely to continue moving to a long-term downtrend. Why am I saying this? Because we have the market that broke below this zone right here. So this is a strong level of structure which have been tested multiple times on a daily time frame, right? So if I go back to the 1 hour time frame, I'm looking at this zone, and I'm looking that the market have touched this zone already, and then it is starting to reverse right here. You can see the market was moving, and it started to reverse from that exact same zone, right? So the zone can be big here because it's on a higher time frame, but now we can see the market has started to reverse, right? So it looks like we are a little bit late in this trade, but what I'm expecting here is for the market to move to a little bit more to the downside, right? So for example, if we are going to trade this. So I'm looking to sell, so you should have sold here with the first bullish engulfing candle, but now we are going to sell right at this point right here. And then for our stop loss, we are going to put our stop loss above that zone that we marked, right? And then for our take profits, we are going to put either on this lowest point right here, but this is okay, so this is going to be a little bit far. So this is gonna be end up like a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, which we don't want. So what can we do? We can look in another time frame, like the 4-hour time frame, to see if we can get some major levels to look at before we place our trades, right? So for this one, I think this is going to be good for those who have prop firm accounts, because this is going to be like a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, because I'm looking to sell here. So if I zoom here, you can see the market was moving up, created an indecision and a huge red candle here. So I'm looking to sell using this red candle. So I have two options here for my stop loss. I can put here, but if I put it above here, it will be a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. But if I want to take more risk for more risk to reward ratio, I can drop my stop loss up to above this previous zone. This previous zone that you see right here, right? So I would put here my stop loss above that zone, and then I will get like a 1-to-2 or 1-to-2.5 risk to reward ratio. So this is the second trade that we are looking at. So we are looking to sell. We are looking to sell USD, Australian dollar to US dollar. This is the 4-hour time frame, and we put our stop loss above this zone and our take profit on the previous zone to the downside, even at this point right here, right? That's our second trade for today, right? So I hope, guys, you are here and you are enjoying, and let me look into the charts and see if we can if you guys are still joining up. So let me just take a little bit of your time and look into the charts and see what you guys are thinking. What you guys are thinking. Okay, so let me answer some questions here. So the first one is saying, Courage, good morning, thank you very much. And someone is saying, I'm in sound gone now. I think it's back because we fixed our microphone here. Also someone is saying, check VIX 75. I will also check volatility indices, and also which instrument are we looking at? So this is firstly, this is currencies, right? We looked at USD JPY, Australian dollar to USD, and next we are going to look at USD South African rand, which is the third one, right? And then someone is saying VIX 75 will go there. Someone is saying, which broker are you trading currencies on? So I trade currencies on 𝗵𝗶 also, but for 𝗵𝗶 I use as the currencies, like what they have, the financial account and the synthetic account. So the synthetic account is for what do we call it? The synthetic account is for synthetic indices, sorry, and then the current is the financial account is for currencies. So for I have two accounts with the 𝗵𝗶. I have the financial account and the synthetic account, and also I also trade my funded account, which I'm not going to be able to log in here because I'm live. I don't know how to cover my login details, right? So someone is saying loud and clear, thank you. Check VIX 75, we'll do that odd USD setup looks good. Thank you. I think it also looks good from my side, right? And let's look at gold. I don't really like to trade gold. Please check VIX 50. I will check VIX 50 in a minute, right? So you guys, thank you for being here. Let's move forward, right? The next one that we are going to look at is the USD South African Rand, right? So the USD South African Rand is something that I also need to take a look at, right? So USD ZAR. Let's look at USD ZAR and see what is going on. Let's drop it in the chart. And let's, okay, so this is one of those interesting charts that I've been looking at today, right? So first of all, on this one, okay, let me go back to, so firstly, on the South African Rand, the first thing that caught my eye is that South African Rand is gaining power over the US dollar, right? As you can see, last week we were trading South African Rand at about $19. If you look back, we even went above $20 at some point, right? Sorry for that. And yeah, you can see that from this, you can see the market was above here, and now it's create a lower low. So what I'm talking about is here, this big move here, and also this big move that came above here. So it looks like a 1, 2, 3 move, right? Like here, like this, also coming back to this zone, and now dropping again from that zone. So what I'm looking for here is, since this is losing value, I'm going to go to the lower time frame. But before I go to the lower time frame, I want I want you to see what I mean by losing value. What I mean by losing value is that when you look at this market, you can see that from this point right here, I hope you can see my mouse cursor here. I'll try to fix it and make it something which is visible, right? So there's an application that I saw that can help me do that, but I will do that later. So from here, the market pushed up, makes a retest, pushed up again, a retest, pushed up, and now it closes below its previous, right? So if you look at this, you can see now the market have closed below its lower high, right? And now this market have got 2 points to go here. I'm thinking that this market will likely drop again to this zone, and also it will likely push again to this zone right here. So these are the 2 zones where I'm thinking that this USD ZAR will come up to, right? So how do I trade this one? The first thing that I will do is I will go down to the lower time frame. So this is the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour so that we can see, we can get some clear zones here. So once we go to the 1 hour time frame, the first thing that I'm going to do is to mark out this zone, because it's the previous zone that have been providing for support for a long period of time. You can see it was touched 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it was broken on the 5th touch. Now what am I waiting for here? I'm waiting for the market to come back into this zone. If I even go back down to the 30 minutes time frame, you can see this zone a little bit more clear, right? You can see this zone a little bit more clearly, right? You can see it have been touched multiple times, right? So what I'm looking for is that this market, right now it doesn't look exactly like that, but I want it to push into this zone, right? So mind that this zone might be the market might not come to this zone, because we don't exactly know the size of the zone, but you can clearly see that this is a zone. So this is a zone. So the market might already been in that zone right? Because this is not a line, remember, this is a zone, right? So the market have already maybe in that, is already maybe in that zone, right? But I would love it to push a little bit into this zone again before I place my trades, right? But I watch this candle right here. If I don't see another candle going up, I might just jump into the trade right now, right? So this is the zone that I'm talking about, and right now it looks like I think we are already coming into that zone, and it might be a good time to sell here. So here is how our sell trade is gonna look like, right? Firstly, I'm going to use this line here as my sell order, right? So the sell order is going to be looking like this. So the sell order is going to be looking like this, and then from there I will put my stop loss above this zone, right? But remember, I want this zone to work as my support. If it fails to work as my support, that means I want to be out of the market, right? In my take profit, I will put my first take profit here, right? I can put my first take profit here for a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. But then I think the market will continue pushing to the downside. So I also want to mark the following level for my second take profit, giving me a more than 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So if you can see this, right, we sell right where the market is right now, right? And then we put our first take profit on this low, on the low of this zone. And then the next take profit is going to be here, because I'm also looking at this zone as as a zone where the market will react to, right? So I'm also looking at this zone as a zone where the market will likely react to. So I will put my next take profit right around this, right? So you can place 2 trades here. The first sale. So in short, I'm saying your market should look something like this. So the first trade comes here. Let me change the color. Your first trade comes there, and then we have something like this, right? And then your second trade will also come from this zone right where the market is, right? And then it will come to this. So you can place 2 trades here. So the way that you place 2 trades, as I said, is that you take your risk per trade. If you wanted to risk $50, right, just take that $50 and divide it maybe by 2, or maybe put $30 in the 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio trade, because this is going to be filled faster. And then the second trade, you take the remaining $20 and you put it on this next trade here, which is bigger, right? Now, with that being said, these are the 3 Forex setups that I wanted to give you today, right? Now we are going to move on to volatility indices and synthetic indices, right? And before I do that, let me just try to log into my account so that I will be able to place some trades with you, right? So I will take maybe a 1 minute or 2 minute break, and during that time I will so during that time I will log into my computer, and then I will log into my account and place some trades, right? So let me log into my account. Okay, so now I'm on my synthetic account. Again, it's a small account, but in this one I can place some trades, right? So I will start off by Okay, now I'm logged into one of my account. Before I do that, let me place the USD ZAR trade. Let me place the South African rand trade, right? So let me log in into my phone, and then I will place this trade before I move forward, right? And by the way, guys, if you are enjoying this stream right now, make sure you hit the like button. And if I get enough people hitting the like button, because right now we have like 90 people watching here, we have like 84 people now watching this stream. And if you are enjoying this stream so far, make sure to hit that like button. And if enough people hit the like button, I will know that it is good for me to keep doing this every day. So I'll make sure that every morning I will just come here and go live for 30 to 45 minutes, and then give you some setup so that during the day you have what to look for, right? Also remember, guys, you are not going to get trades each and every day. You are also not going to get trades just because you want to get trades, right? Sometimes you are going to just look into the market and get even no trades at all, right? So now let's move forward. Let's start off by volatility 25 index, right? Drop this right here. Volatility 25 index, which is my favorite pair to trade. This is my favorite indices to trade, and I'm not saying that it's because the reason why I like it personally, I don't know the reason why I like it. I just enjoy trading the volatility 25 indices. It just turns out to be one of my better pairs to trade, right? So volatility 25 index is not different to any other indices, right? It's not different to any other indices. The way that we analyze it, we just analyze it just like we did in all other markets, right? So first of all, I said the first thing that I look at is the overall trend, right? So the trend have been moving to the upside for a long period of time, right? But when it reached a zone here, it started to look like this market is starting to lose momentum. Why am I saying this? If you look at this, you can see after creating a higher high, the market failed to break that higher high, and also now it created a higher low. And if you look at this, a lower, what do we call this? A higher low or lower high? Higher low. It's called higher low. So this always confuses me. So you can see that the market is shifting in momentum right here. So the best case scenario for us here was to get a trade. So this already happened, but we missed the trade. But the best case scenario here was waiting for the market to come back into the zone and then break to the lower side, right? But we already missed that zone, which was a break and retest. So this is a 1, 2, 3 move. It was going to be a break and retest. But since we missed that, what are we going to do? First thing that I like to do is if I miss a break and retest, then I will trade the breakout, right? So right now we can see that the market was pushing. So if you look at our levels, right, we are going to see that we have a zone which the market have been moving at here. Right, this is our zone, right? Once we have this zone, we also have another zone right here. So if you look here, you can see we have another zone right here, and the third time is here, but this is too far. We are not going to look at that, right? So looking into this VIX 25, we see that the market is now pushing to the downside, but we still have these zones that might hold up the price for us, right? So look at this zone, this zone. So this market might be held here. So what I want to do here is I want to trade the breakout, right? Basically, I want my trade to be around this zone, which is the breakout, right? Once it breaks out, I want to sell, right? And once I sell, I'm going to put my first take profit on this zone right here. And also the other take profit is gonna be determined by the end, right? Sorry, by the is going to be determined by how the market reacts to this zone, right? So this is going to be my trade, right? I just want to continue this trend, which is now going to the downside. So if I go to a lower time frame, also go to the 5-minute time frame, we might also get some confirmation right there. All right. So you can see that right now, sorry, you can see that right now we have the market which is like moving in a channel, right? So it's not going to be perfect, but it's looking like the market is still moving in a channel. And if this is an upper trend line, we might get the market dropping to the downside, right? So what I will do here is I will just trade on the 1 hour time frame, right? I will trade on the 1 hour time frame, but I'm looking to sell and see if the market pushes to the downside, right? So on this one, I will just place my sell trade right now. Let's just go new order. We are going to use the minimum lot size, right? So the minimum lot size for VIX 25 is what? Is going to be 0.50, right? And I will sell by market. Once I sell, I will come to my trade, right? I'll come to my trade. I will put my stop loss above this zone, right? I will put my stop loss above this zone. So I'm just showing you how you are going to sell here. But I'm saying the best case scenario is wait for the market to break below this zone. Why? Because this zone can be a potential reversal point. So let's see, my stop loss should be around above this zone. 21.55.54. So 21.55, just like this. And then my first take profit is gonna be 21.02. So let's do 0.155. So modified, right? So this is how the trade is going to be looking like. But as I said, also look, you might wait for the breakout of this zone, because think about this zone, you have been rejecting the market multiple times, right? But here I just placed it because we are live. I want you to see how the trade is going to be looking like. But usually I would wait for the breakout of this, right? So let's see how this is going to play out. So this is how the trade is going to be looking like, right? I can also place another trade here with the same stop loss, but for now, for the take profit, I would put it right below this zone. But for that trade, I wait for the breakout right here. I wait for the breakout because I can't risk all my money trading against this zone, because this zone has been strong, but I'm convinced that it's going to be broken so that this trend can continue, right? So this is the trade, the stop loss here, the take profit. You can also, if you have enough money, you can also drag your stop loss up here. This will give you more buffer, but then you would need to drag your stop loss below like you take profit also below. But in this case, I would just want to be quick for this trade. So I will put 1 to 1.5. Let's measure this. This is 2134 points, and also this needs to be okay. So it's like 1.123. So I'm just gonna push it lower, just like this. So this is my trade, my first trade for today, volatility 25 index. We don't know what's going to happen, and as I said, this is not financial advice. Don't go ahead and place your hard-earned money according to these signals. You can trade them with the money that you can afford to lose if you lose, but I'm not here to say you are going to lose. But this is not financial advice. I'm by no means a registered financial advisor. This is just the setup and what I'm going to be doing for my own accounts, right? And remember, I'm trading the amounts that I can manage to lose if I do lose, right? So this is the volatility 25 index. The next one that I'm going to show you is volatility 75 index. This is what most people have been asking me for, right? VIX 75. So when looking at VIX 75, we can clearly see now that the market is pushing to the upside. Right, once we see the market pushing to the upside, what do we look for? We are looking for our major levels of structure, and I can see right now that the market have just broken a previous level of structure, right? If I look back into the market, where is the VIX 75 likely to go next? Maybe to this zone, and if we are lucky enough, we can even go all the way to this zone. But I'm thinking that the market should come either to this zone before it reverses, because looking to the left, there is no zone that may reject the market here. So this one is a simple one, and we are just going to be buying this one, right? We go back to our trades. So you can see I'm buying because of the breakout. So the market broke out this previous zone, and this might end up as a fake breakout, and also it might end up as a breakout for the market to go to the upside. So this is going to be another trade right here, right? Another trade on VIX 75 and minimum lot size, right? Minimum lot size. I always use minimum lot sizes because my stop losses are far away from the entry, and and as you can see, I'm using the 1 hour time frame. So I will put my stop loss right behind below this zone right here. So it's gonna be 3821. So it's gonna be right below this zone. Stop loss 38. So I use minimum stop lot sizes because, as you can see, my entry and my stop losses are a little bit far from each other. So I don't want to risk all my money on one trade, right? Because if this doesn't go well, I need to get another chance for tomorrow, right? That's the mindset that I am using. And also my take profit, I'm going to put my take profit right around this, in the middle of this zone, which is 410962. It's 4109. Let's just put it like this, and then we are going to buy the market, and this is our trade. So we are not going to to be looking at these profits now because we are just getting started out. But as you can see, all of our trades are now looking to get into profits, but we are just starting out. We cannot talk about profits when we are talking about 27 cents. But sometimes I have placed some trades which goes straight into losing trades as soon as you place. So if you see a trade that doing this, it gives you a lot of comfort and a lot of hope of if the market is likely going to go in your direction. So this is going to be our next trade. So the next trade that I'm going to show you is the 𝗵𝗲𝗀𝘀 trade, but I'm not going to place it right now because I'm already in 2 trades that I need to see how they perform, right? And after the boom and crash, after the 𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗀, I also look at crash 1000, and we are going to close this live stream at that point, right? Now look at this boom and crash 1000, right? One thing I know about boom and crash, these things respect candlestick patterns like more than anything else. So looking at this market is going sideways clearly. We have a zone here which is rejecting the market. We also have a zone here which have been rejecting the market. So what I'm thinking is, since this market is coming down here, I want to see a bounce. And since this is 𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗀, I know it goes up faster than it goes down. So I want to buy this market. I will be looking at it. And the most likely scenario here is if I see a candlestick pattern that looks like this. Look at this bullish engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candle, bullish engulfing candle on this zone. So once this market creates bullish engulfing candles going to the upside, there's more chances that they will go to that direction. So I'm waiting for a green candle to come here. Maybe it will look like this. Maybe it will look something like this, right? And it needs to be bigger than this green candles, right? Then if I see that, that's where I'm going to place my buy order for me to look for the market to push to the upside. That's exactly what I'm looking for in this one. It's very, very simple, right? And if I go back, I will look back into I'll also look back into the crash 1000, right? So let's take a look at crash 1000 and let's drop it into the market. On crash 1000, I'm looking by any chances to sell because this one respects bearish engulfing candles, right? It's respecting bearish engulfing candles. So most of the time, if I am looking at it, I'm looking at a level which it can reverse on, and I will look for a bearish engulfing candle. So looking back on this, I will mark my major levels, right? Always when I'm trading, I'll start off by marking my major levels of structure because I know that the market respects these zones, right? So if you look here, you can see this has been a zone that the market has been reacting to over and over again, right? So I'm looking for the market to reverse here. So it is likely to reverse right now. If I wasn't in these 2 trades right here, I could have placed a sell order right now on crash 1000. So my crash 1000 order would look like this. Sell it here. Your stop loss above this zone, and your take profit on this zone right here. That's what I think is the best for crash 1000 today, because we are looking at major levels, and also we are looking at the market that is already in a long-term downtrend. So why would we want to oppose the downtrend? We want to follow where the market is going, right? Now guys, we have been in this stream for 55 minutes, and I'm happy to say that these streams can give me motivation to keep trading and to keep looking at different trades and different strategies, right? So you can see that all the trades that we placed today, we were using at least one strategy. And if you are wondering where is this coming from, well, I have this small book right here where I write all my my trading plan. This is my trading plan. This is where I write all my trades to follow in this small book right here. So I think this is one of the best thing that you can find as a trader, because if what I'm talking about here doesn't work, I will have to look back into my plan and see what went wrong in my today's plan, so that tomorrow I will be looking at different things, right? So since you've been here for a long time now, I think it's a good time for me to just answer some questions before we close the stream for today. So if you have some questions, it's a good time to drop those questions in the chat, and I will look at them and see what I can do, what I can say, and how I can answer those. Okay, so so I'm happy that people are answering each other the questions in the chat right there. So someone is saying, I've never realized synthetic indices. So synthetic indices are basically a simulation of the real world markets. So if you have ever gone to maybe betting shops, or if you have ever heard about sports betting, you see that there is real football that is being bet on, right? And also there is those what they are called virtual football or simulation games that are being played. So that is some kind that can be a good example of how the synthetic indices works, right? So can you give us the tools you use? I only use support and resistance, and I use my trading plan right there. So if you want to get a full step-by-step guide on how to analyze the market, how I do it, you can check out the links in the description of this live session. I have a full course on that. You can also, if you want to get these setups as pictures, you can check out the link in the description. Also, I will give you this via WhatsApp, right? I give this via, or these setups every day via WhatsApp. Someone is saying today you didn't use indicators. So for me personally, most of the strategies that I use, I don't use indicators, much of the indicators. I can, maybe if I'm not seeing clearly how the price action is going, I can add indicators. But you can see that for all the examples that I showed you today, it was clear that we could use price action, right? Also look at Crash 500. So I looked at Crash 500 before I started this live session, but I didn't see any convincing setups. That's why I didn't put it on this, right? Someone is saying VIX75 already did that. So okay, so let me look at another questions that look just a little bit. Nice work. Thank you very much. Fundamental. No. Funded next. Funded. Which funded account do you use? For me, I use my Forex funds and Glownode. Glownode, you have got the cheapest, and then for my Forex funds is also good. I just like it because it has been on the market for a long time, so I just feel safe by using their platform. All right, so guys, this is it, and thank you for joining us on the So what do we call it? So guys, before I'll check the comments after this one, right? Just tell me which name do you want us to call this this show, because I want to be coming up like this almost every time, every day, to give you some setups and signals. So I've been thinking to call it the Daily Show or the Breakfast Club, because we do this in the morning just like this, right? So the Breakfast Club or the morning show, or the Daily Show, what do you think is going to be the best name? And also, if you have some names for me, just suggest them below and I will look at it. So thank you for being here for today. I really appreciate your effort. I really appreciate your support, all the likes, all the subscribers, everything, all the comments that comes to this channel are the ones that keeps me going. As you can see, it's not so easy to just sit on the computer for 1 hour talking non-stop, but I will do it, and I will do it because I enjoy, and it gives me motivation to do what I need to achieve in life. Thank you for joining, and we are going to meet in the next one.